Hello YouTubers and fellow hams. Well, I've been putting off doing this video, but it's really starting to affect me, and I just thought that I'd talk about it for a brief moment. This is also an experiment, which I'll get to in a moment. Several months ago, and it was actually in the news, advertisers started pulling their ads from YouTube en masse, and it was due to a legitimate reason. I can understand the reason. They did not like their ads being put on certain types of videos with hate speech or terrorist videos or extreme violence or just stupidity. I mean, I get it. I can get, you know, some company like Starbucks not wanting their ads to precede a video about ISIS. You know, that makes total sense to me. But YouTube, I think they overreacted in their response. They started pulling ads and demonetizing extreme videos. And that task is extremely daunting when you think about it. Hundreds of thousands of videos are uploaded to YouTube every day. As a company, that would just be a ridiculous undertaking to try to police all of that content with people. You know, they wouldn't be able to hire enough staff. The manpower required would be astronomical. So, being that Google owns YouTube and they have a lot of research and expertise in artificial intelligence, they're using machine learning algorithms and they're having their computer network police the videos. The problem with that approach is AI is far from perfect. Stephen Hawking might be happy about that right now. You get a lot of false flags. And I can understand, you know, some of that happening. But my content has been getting flagged regularly, which just blows my mind. Now, YouTube publishes a list of guidelines of things that you should not do or post to avoid being flagged. Here's the list here. And a lot of these things, you know, it makes perfect sense. Controversial issues and sensitive events, sure. Drugs, of course. Harmful or dangerous acts, hateful content, inappropriate language, inappropriate use of family entertainment characters. I can imagine where that went. Incendiary or demeaning, sexually suggestive, and violence. Of course. Sure. That makes sense, and I'm all for that. You know, I can understand advertisers not wanting their ads on those videos. But my content doesn't even approach any of these guidelines, and of the last 10 videos I've uploaded, 80% of them have been flagged within the first day. Now, the reason that that's bad for me, and for a lot of other small channels, you know, I'm not a very big channel. I don't make enough to live off of YouTube yet. It's really not a lot of income, but to be honest, it's usually about $300 a month, which helps. You know, I'm still unemployed, and I won't go into that too deeply, but due to physical limitations, I'm very, very limited in the scope of my job search, and it's just hard to get interviews anyway. So YouTube is actually the most steady money that I have coming in. And when they flag one of my videos in that first day, that takes away the biggest initial chunk of earnings. This is an example curve of the first day of views. And this was the video I posted yesterday on building the magnetic loop out of wheelchair parts. And you can see, and this is the same with every video that I upload, and every video uploaded to YouTube, that first day you get that initial surge of views from subscribers. And it tails off, you know, and that's the biggest earnings for the video in that first few weeks. It might take the rest of a month to garner as many views as you get in that first day. And when YouTube takes away that chunk of earnings, when they flag your video, you don't get it back. It's just lost income. You know, and that's not a lot. 700 and some views on that video, you know, that's maybe $1, which is not a lot. But it's going to take the rest of the month to earn that $1 back. Or maybe a couple of weeks if it's a popular video. Still, that affects me. You know, and you can request a manual review, and it takes about a day, and then they green light it again, and you start earning again with the video. But why my channel? Why my content? I don't get it. You know, I don't fall under any of those categories. Well, Mehdi over at Electro Boom put forth the idea, and this is a hilarious channel. He builds electronics, and they always blow up somehow. It's fun. But he put forth the idea, because he's getting demonetized a lot too, that one of the triggers for demonetization is reporting a video. Now, when you are watching a YouTube video, there's a little three-dot menu there, and one of the options you can do is report that video. So if somebody uploaded a video that was, you know, just blatantly offensive, you could report it. And I think that he's right in that reporting a video is actually a trigger that perhaps moves it up to the upper percentages for chances of being demonetized. And if that's the case, then what YouTube is doing is they're enabling trolls. And that would be a very, very bad thing. We all know what internet trolls are. They're the guys that they just go around and just post inflammatory negative comments all over the place, just always trying to bait people into getting upset or starting an argument. And mostly they're just an annoyance. You know, the old saying, if you don't feed the trolls, they won't hang around, is generally true. If you don't respond to them, they just go elsewhere. But if reporting a video is a tool that will get it demonetized, then what YouTube is doing is enabling trolls to do real harm, giving them power. And that is not a good thing. And I certainly hope that's not the case. I'm still looking for more, there's people saying that, but I'm still looking for any kind of affirmation that that is the case. This video is an experiment. One of YouTube's recommended actions that creators can take is to upload your video as unlisted. Don't publish it, don't make it public. Let it sit there for a couple of days unlisted and see if the AI flags it. Then you can get it remonetized before you make it public, and you'll get that first day's income. So I'm going to do that with this video and see what happens, and see if it gets flagged, and see if that's a viable method of avoiding it. The other part of the experiment is to see if it does get flagged, or if it stays green lighted, if after I publish it as public, it gets flagged, then that might indicate that indeed a troll is reporting my videos, which could be. I've picked up a couple of trolls. My flower pot heater debunk video has garnered some pretty hateful comments, which just blows my mind that somebody would threaten to break my legs over a negative view of a candle heater. That's interesting. But, you know, there are trolls out there, and I've picked up a couple in the past. For a while there, I had somebody that was giving a thumbs down to every one of my videos almost immediately after it was uploaded. Which, okay, you know, it doesn't really bother me. Thumbs down or thumbs up's all just activity as far as YouTube's concerned. All activity helps, you know. But I like to see the thumbs up. At least that tells me I'm doing a good job, and that you guys are finding things informative and helpful. So enough of this rant, this little experiment. I just wanted to inform some people about what's going on and give some detail about it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if this gets flagged after it goes public. And maybe that will tell us if YouTube is enabling the trolls. I hope not. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're not already a subscriber, click to subscribe. Join us on the Facebook channel for discussion about the videos. And if you'd like to help support this channel, please click to support me on my Patreon page.